Okay, we're back. And it is time to go into slime. Now we've got all the resistances we could ever want for this. The only real issue is golden eyes. And if I swap to my falchion, it's no longer an issue. So, hey, we immediately start out with something rather spicy. Why don't we use the Feel of Floods? I'd rather not get mutated here. So, I guess I will use Lightning Rod and try to just finish him real fast. Still not mutated. Okay, good, he's dead. Now we'll pull this stuff up. And we'll just fight this stuff one at a time. Got one of those rather large slime packs to begin with. Not a big deal, really. Now, they can do a lot of damage, so... That doesn't mean, just because these things are kind of easy to kill, it doesn't mean that we should take it as not a threat, you know? Because Titanic Slimes can do 100 damage. If you let them merge, then you start having a problem. All you have to do is break line of sight to stop that from being an issue. And if you have some idea of how much damage each one can do, it's 22 for each one, by the way. But yeah, you can predict just how much danger you're in easily, based on the size of the slimes, how many are making them up, so on and so forth. Alright, there's a Shining Eye here. Oh. The mutation didn't work. Well, Hat of the Alchemist is going to help us not be mutated, so that's cool. It's one of the few sources of our mute that still exists. What a powerful entrance here. Very, very contested. Oh boy, let's... I guess I'm gonna fog. Here we are again at a very, very contested entranceway. I guess I'm pretty happy I have our mute and 3 pips of our cold, by the way, for dealing with those azure jellies. You know, killing all this stuff, I can't complain. Usually you just feel like you're wasting your time in here since the experience is good but not insane. And every minute you spend in here is another minute that you could be getting mutated if you see a Shining Eye. So generally I feel like there's no real reason to explore this place, because it's like you're not really getting loot, are you? But I'm worshiping Gozak, so I am getting loot. I'm getting gold. And since I have our mute, I almost want to completely explore this place. I'm not immune to being mutated, by the way. I'm just very resistant. Got him. You know what? I'm gonna wear the MR because getting paralyzed would be extremely bad with all the stuff next to me. Kind of want to emulate this stuff. I'm not going to. It's not necessary. But again, here's some free gold. Free gold, free experience. Oh, we have Blink mostly online. That's cool. I mean, we're still gonna train up translocations. I think I have it set to 10. Yeah. Okay, we put this on so we're immune to the confusion. Let me kill these things. Let's fog. And we'll kill him in melee. Oh wow. Didn't notice that Orb of Eyes could have gotten paralyzed. Now that would have been bad. This is one of the reasons why I think MR is the most important thing in the game, in terms of what you should be gearing for. Because you can just have your run stolen from you because you went downstairs and there was a thing that can paralyze you. I mean, that could have probably been death. Would have been stupid, but you know, it is what it is. Oops. Let's reset this fight. Actually, why don't we fully explore Slime 4? Wow. Finally he gets a mutate on me. I mean, I've been being rather sloppy about that, so That's to be expected. Wow, TRJ already. I don't see anything too interesting in here right off the bat. I'm burning through fog very quickly, but I have so much of it. It's not really a big deal. Whoops. I wanted to do this. Okay, let's go grab some more food. I guess I'll just turn on all this food again. I mean, it's okay. We still have, you know, a ton of gold. This is a lot of shining eyes, I will say that. Can't complain though if I have our mute. I mean, that's not something you get to play with very often. TRJ got distracted. Oh, come on. Well, it's a good mutation, I guess. Get that claw attack. Although I don't think that happens if I'm wearing a two-handed weapon. Anyway, we're ready to fight TRJ. The floor is clear. We just gotta find him. There he is. Now we have 4 haste, we have 5 might, we have 3 agility, but you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna actually spend a little gold, do a potion petition. And I see that we have 528 gold for resistance, might, and haste. That's pretty clearly the one that we want. Drink agility as well. Okay, now, come to think of it, I didn't really think about this, but we do have scrolls of summoning. I guess I just kind of assumed I had something. Thankfully I did. Okay, let's net him. The nets were not working, but now they are. Use scroll of summoning, and we just beat him up. We'll net him again. Let's teleport. Probably didn't need to teleport. But, you know, I'd rather fight these things one at a time if possible. We'll go right back in. That was an unnecessary teleport. We're fine. Okay, we have an artifact amulet. It's MR minus, so we can pretty much ignore that. I mean, it's got Arlec, but nah. It's not worth getting nerfed on MR. Okay, we can turn off Scrolls of Enchant Weapon. I'd like to drop some things. I guess I'll drop bread and meat for now. I do want Scrolls of Vulnerability. Okay, so nothing terribly interesting in here. Nothing life-changing. But hey, that's another rune. And it's a big pile of experience, and it's a big pile of gold, so certainly worth the time. Wow. It's crazy how much damage those things can do, even with our core. But again, our defenses just aren't that great. It would be cool if we had a barding. Alright, I have a ton of gold. Why don't we call a shop real quick? Get armor. I'm just really trying to get that barding. Oh boy! Hey, there's my favorite item. Well, of course, we're gonna take this. Wow, we have our luck now, which, I mean, we now have it from 2 sources. Doesn't really matter, but really the benefit here is the EV plus 4 is a great find for this character. I would still love to find some barding, but I mean, Gozag's done some work for me now, which is great. Anyway, yeah, I guess I got a little more excited about this than I should have been, because I forgot I had Arlec from the hat already. Still, it's a great, super excellent cloak. 4 EV on an item is really nice. Alright, let's go to vaults. He can still paralyze us, so we gotta wear this stupid falchion. I think I'm gonna actually change that to my hot swap position B so I can press the apostrophe button to just swap between them. Okay, good. At least ogre mages can't paralyze me, even with the greatsword on. Doing this with such mediocre defenses is a little bit annoying. I mean, usually you can just tab through things like this. Like ogres, ogre packs. It's just slightly obnoxious knowing that you have to maybe slow down for what's usually considered to be popcorn. Cannot paralyze me. I thought there was an invisible thing here. I must have killed it somehow. Okay, let's check out this plate armor. Cold resistance. We should probably go check out those other plate armors at some point. They might be higher, more highly enchanted than my MR plate mail. It's not super likely though. Just before we enchant it up anymore. Whoa! Okay. We just took a very high damage crystal spear. So what we're going to do instead of continuing to fight here is we're going to check and see exactly how much damage his LCS can do, because he could do it again. I always have a hard time finding. There it is. Okay, so it's pretty much more hit points than I have, especially in conjunction with this dude next to me. So we're just going to reset the fight. Whoa. Very glad I chose to do that. I mean, it was really the only choice. Wow, that is a cool looking, that is a really cool looking lamp of fire. Okay, we finish off him. And his buddy. You know what I'd like to have? I'd really like to have Wand of Clouds. That would be pretty cool for scenarios like this. This I just want to, I'm not going to lie, I just want to emulate it. But I'm not going to, because it's not super necessary. Oh, geez, now I might. I think I'm just going to enslave this thing. Oh, geez. Okay, we'll use Scroll of Blinking. And I'm going to use a couple heal wounds. How did the Orb of Energy miss my Deep Elf Knight? I had no idea that was even possible. Bizarre. Like, I thought that was like a no miss kind of spell. Anyway, I should not have engaged all this crap, really. Okay, hold up. Let's just use... Yeah, haste, agility, flight. That sounds good. This is getting kind of stupid, so... We're gonna teleport. We've lured like half the floor here, so... Yeah, we've got some Gozag power now. Okay, there we go. Alright, that was all very, very silly. I should not have excuse me, I should have not engaged that stuff at all. Like, as soon as I saw that it was an enormous hallway full of crap, I should have lured it back to a staircase. I mean, that was just pure goofiness. Here I have the perfect little staircase choke point right here, and I just wasn't even using it, so I used a bunch of resources there, some gold, so on and so forth. And for what, you know? No real reason for all that. I would really, really like to have clouds or just some kind of ranged attack. Some kind of ranged option that's not terrible. Trying to kill this Annihilator first since he can do so much damage. I mean, I realize we've already been through Elf. We've cleared countless of those things, but it's just more of a risk on this character than it is on something that's using ranged. I mean, it's nice to be able to kill those things before they even have a chance to LCS me. It's not going to happen on this character, really. Okay. Interesting. Just some orcs, no big deal. See how I'm always using these walls to force ranged things to come to me. Way more important on a character that's not using bows. But it can even be useful for casters. I mean, if you're playing a caster that needs to be relatively close, like somebody who's using Iron Shot, you may find such tactics useful too. I mean, really ranged attacks like bows, crossbows, throwing, those are the only thing in the game that help to invalidate most of those strategies. Or make them unnecessary is really what I mean to say. Let's lamp of fire these guys. Okay, we got some cool things to buy here. Summoning is always welcome. Always like more fog, magic mapping, recharge. Cool stuff. We found snakebite a while ago. I definitely noticed that and just kind of left it behind. I probably should have taken it with me, but nah. Sometimes I like to go and look through my artifacts, make sure I haven't missed anything. Okay, that's Vaults 2. We're making progress. I wonder what happens if this thing tries to convoke. I think it just summons nothing. Oh, that's weird. I guess we're wandering around the floor somewhere. I'm gonna let him do it again and see what happens. Maybe he just won't do it because nothing else is left on the floor. Interesting. Let's see, what does he do? 45? I'm gonna enjoy bribing Vaults 5. Oh jeez. This thing just doesn't want to take damage, so... What is going on? Why is this one so... like insanely tanky? I guess it's the shield, but it shouldn't be helping versus lightning. I really don't want to be in here next to Boggarts. A lot of nasty things possible with these guys. Okay, let's walk on out of here. Let the Bogart summons go away. I'll just grab these 2 meats for now. Obviously, shop of food is in my future. Wow, I'm actually tempted to... Hold on, I'm gonna do something real quick after this fight. Let me just check on this. Alright, so I'm going to wear this on top of this truly excellent ring, which we just have not that much need for anymore, because we've got Hat of the Alchemist and Cloak of Starlight giving us all that RC, and everything else is covered too because of Hat of the Alchemist, so yeah, I think we're just going to wear 2 rings of protection. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. I mean, I would like to, frankly, I'd actually prefer them to be Rings of Evasion on this character, but hey man, I'll take it. It's still excellent stuff. How much recharge do we have? Ah, only 1. Looks like we found crypts, probably. If you start seeing oddly placed undead in a spiral like this, you're probably coming up on the crypt's entrance. Wow, look at all these skeletons. And there it is. Alright. Not a whole lot of vaults left. Oh man, we've been marked. What to do? I think we're gonna teleport, just because I have no idea how bad this is gonna get. I will teleport again. We have quite a lot of teleport to work with, so... Alright, whatever. We'll just... Now that we're right back here, why don't we, Okay, we'll recharge enslavement. And then we'll just fight in this hallway. This is no big deal. Now, I would certainly love to have my lamp back. That would be perfect for this situation. It looks like I've gotten just enough experience for that to happen, so... There we go. Sure, summon stuff, bro. Maybe I should have buffed up before this. Oh, what am I doing? I thought the Rakshasas didn't have that much MR. Well, I just wasted a lot of charges. That sucks. Pretty dumb move. Okay, these guys cannot paralyze me anymore, thanks to my levels. So, I still want to kill this stuff quickly because of the Ogre Mage and its ability to do a lot of damage to me quickly. Let's purposefully keep the Orb of Eyes alive. Kill the stuff on the left here. And now that that's clear, we'll kill the stuff on the right. I did that because the Orb of Eyes is pretty harmless if you are immune to its abilities. I'm going to order the Water Elemental to take out that Shapeshifter off to the left. Okay, let's focus down the Shapeshifter because it could turn into a floating eye or something. Use Lamp of Fire again. You know you're fighting too many things when Lamp of Fire recharges twice during the fight. Alright. That's pretty satisfying. Big pile of gold, too. Well, we have found an excellent plate armor, which is a pretty strict upgrade. Pretty strict upgrade to what we're wearing. A little bit of an intelligence penalty, I suppose. So that means I can drop my Scrolls of Enchant Armor again, which I apparently was not aware that I had one. We'll drop Brand Weapon as well. I don't know why I was carrying that. I guess I just didn't notice. If we have a couple, we might try to rebrand the Greatsword. Pretty happy with Electricity, though. Even if I'd rather have Freezing or Vorpal. I certainly like Electricity more than Venom. I mean, and Electricity is not a bad brand. It's actually one of the best brands. It's just not really ideal on a high damage, low speed weapon. Like a... Well, I shouldn't say low speed, but on a high damage weapon, you'd rather have Freezing or Flame or Vorpal. In my opinion. Just based on the way the damage is calculated. So it's sort of like a kill hole. Whoa, there's the Crystal Spear. Jeez. Probably overused Box of Beasts there, but I was getting a little concerned about how much damage I was taking from the Stone Giant rocks. What is this thing? This is one of those shadow wraiths. Great time for a lamp of fire. Need to go grab some food now. I guess I'll take a trip down to Slime. Grab these. Blink is down to 4%, that's pretty sweet. Looks like we've capped out at our training target of 10 for that. See if we can kill Mara without any shenanigans. Resistant to electricity? No. There we go. Let's reset this fight mostly on principle. I think we could have fought all that stuff while hurt, but if you can reset a fight, you should reset a fight. In most cases. That's the rule of thumb. It may be tedious, but it will keep you alive. It gives the game less chances to do wacky things to you. Okay, there we go. Vaults is done except for the last floor. Take a quick look around. I see there's no hatches. That's fine. Go down immediately. And we're gonna, before we bribe, we're gonna see how much of this we can kill. Alright, I see that there is a warden, so we're gonna go up, clear this stuff. Alright. We're gonna bribe branch. So we use 3,000 for that. We go down, and we see some coin purse jangling. And we see that, ho-ho! Jorgren's my buddy. I hope he doesn't start shattering. So we're just gonna, hold up. I'm gonna use mind agility resistance. Let's use haste and flight, actually. We're gonna be hasted here, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna might as well. And we're gonna agility. And let's just go to work here. We have friends, you know, fighting for us, so. I don't think Jorgren will shatter. That is kind of funny that I bribed Jorgren. I feel like maybe I should teleport. Chug some curing. Peaceful. That's cool. Bribe is already running out. I don't think this was strictly necessary for me to bribe here. Just convenient. Well, no more bribe. No more bribe to the vaults. I guess these guys, I could have sworn that these guys, their bribe would wear off and then they would go hostile. But I guess these guys are my friends forever, since they got paid. Well, presumably they'd go hostile if I abandoned Gozag, but other than that. Apparently if I kill my own allies, I don't get, it says that felt strangely unrewarding. That's strange. Hold up, is that a lich? Is that an invisible lich? Yes, it is. Wow, that's a battle sphere. I wonder if I'd used a spell, if that would have used the battle sphere as well, like normal. Well, at least we get the gold from killing the indifferent ones. Yep, still have to wear this MR. Oh, we'll focus the Lich down. Put the Greatsword back on. This is not the best weapon to be killing Liches with, I'll tell you that. Do I not have bread turned on? Guess not. Mostly mopping up the floor at this point. Yeah, this is bad. I need to kill these guys ASAP. Sort of goofy the way I handled that, considering how scary and powerful Deep Elf sorcerers are. Guess I probably shouldn't have gone to the center again so soon. Could eat an LCS and a large rock throw at the same time. Okay. Whoops. Put on my bow instead of the sword. Gotta have that MR to swap. If I look up Sphinxes, I'm still at 1% paralyze. Probably seems like an over-optimization. But until you've gotten paralyzed at 1%, You don't understand how annoying it is. I mean, it's better safe than sorry is all it is. I mean, if you take it to 0%, it's one less thing you don't have to worry about. Or one more thing you don't have to worry about. Okay. We have cleared out vaults. And I see that there is a plate armor for me to take a look at. It's no good. Amulet. Nothing interesting for us. Drop that. Leather and robe I'm not terribly interested in, so we won't even check those out. Not a terribly interesting loot pile here. I mean, there's a few great swords and things here, but not enough enchant weapon to really make them worthwhile. And oddly enough, no triple swords the whole game, which I guess shouldn't surprise me. I mean, considering... Although, you know what? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. What I might do is I might go TSO. For a little while and get that enchant. To get another +2. Let me just check out all these great swords and see if any of them are remotely enchanted enough for that to be worth my time. Because the other thing is, unfortunately, I'm probably going to have the falchion on when I fight those anyway, so having a holy weapon is not that interesting. But what I could do is I could get the +2 from that. Well, that's interesting. I could get the +2 from that. And then enchant it again. And then possibly get freezing out of it. Which seems a bit roundabout, I suppose. I think these can be up to +5. I guess I don't really know. We have +4 of protection, so with the TSO Holy Brand, that's +6, and then +1 from the enchant weapon that I have available. So that wouldn't be too bad. Just checking the enchantments of all these things. Oh wait, Great Sword of Flaming. Okay, I think that's all of them. Yeah, probably won't go down that road. I don't think it's really worth the time. We'll see. I'll think about it. Anyway, I'm going to cut the video here. I'll make some last-minute decisions on what I want to do with the last of my gold before I swap to Zen. But we will swap to Zen, and we'll do what are we going to do? We're going to do Crypts for Piety, then we'll probably do Abyss so we can get into that Trove, and then we'll see, you know, how the end of the game treats us, try to get the Ascent after that. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, I am signing out.